crush makes everything better. You spend your time doodling their name in your notebooks and wondering if they'd like you back. Well, we have some ways to tell, and you won't believe some of these signs. You already love looking at their eyes, and after watching this video, you'll understand why it is so important to do that. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this. Want to know how to tell if your crush likes you? Stay tuned to 10 body language signs that means your crush likes you. Raising his eyebrows. How do you know if someone is into you? It is almost impossible to tell. Even if you see them all the time, they may not always behave the same way around you. Sometimes it may seem like they're super into you, and then other times it may seem like they aren't paying any attention to you at all. You can't rely on things like text messages to assess how they feel. Words in a text can be so ambiguous, and you can't hear someone's tone through text. If you really want to know if someone is attracted to you, look at their face. If they raise their eyebrows, they may be extremely into you. It's subconscious, but people tend to raise their eyebrows when they're attracted to others. Raising your eyebrows make you look more inviting and open to possibilities. To determine if the person you like is doing this, you have to pay close attention. Most of the time, it happens very quickly. If you blink, you'll miss it. So the next time you're around your crush, make sure you pay attention to their eyebrows. It could be the difference between love and like. Voice raise. Part of what attracts many people to men is the deep timbre of their voice, but the reasoning behind it may be more profound than just attractiveness. Why? Research has shown that when people are attracted to one another, their voice gets deeper. How do they determine this? They put heterosexual men in a room with beautiful women and discovered that when the men were attracted to the women, the paralingual features of their voices were modified. Paralingual refers to the sound, pitch, and modulation of a person's voice. This results in a deeper tone and can make their words come out more sing-songy. If you can't think of a time that you've heard this, think of the way that you talk to babies. It is often in a low coo. The study says that the story behind this voice change is men's unconscious instinct to deepen their voices and become more masculine around women. But the sing-songy tone comes from a need to appear less threatening. So the next time you're around a guy you find attractive, make sure you are paying close attention to his voice. He may be trying to woo you unconsciously. Interesting, right? Big pupils. You probably think you know everything about the way your crush looks. After all, you probably spend countless hours looking at them. Their looks are part of what attracted you to them. You know their eye color, their hair color, their height, and maybe even their weight if you're serious. But do you know their eye pupil size? Many people don't tend to pay attention to the pupils of other people at all, much less the size of their pupils. But when it comes to your crush, you may want to spend a little more time focused on their pupils. Why? Because studies have shown that when you are around someone that you like, their pupils dilate. Dr. Patty Wood, a body language expert and author of Success Signals, a guide to reading body language, says that dilation is the brain's response to liking something. This isn't limited to crushes. When you are attracted to anything, your pupils may dilate. We aren't sure how to exactly measure dilation with the naked eye, but if you notice that their pupils look a little enlarged, they may be into you. Now that you know, you can go and look deep into your crush's eyes. Showing teeth. Society has a lot of expectations of men. It wants them to be big and strong. Men are forced into positions of being the breadwinner and can hardly ever show signs of vulnerability without receiving backlash. Any real show of emotion is often seen as weak in men. That may be why studies have shown that men stop showing their teeth when smiling or laughing around the age of 5. As children, men are allowed to be carefree and show their emotions, including true happiness. But as they get older, that freedom fades, and the limitations creep in. They can only be truly themselves around people they feel comfortable with, or in situations where they are so overcome with emotion that they simply can't hide it. This is what happens when they like someone. When a man is around his crush, if he laughs showing his teeth, it means that he is so happy to be around them that he has let his facade drop. When you are around your crush, don't be afraid to drop a few extra jokes and see how he laughs. If his laugh is small and reserved, he may either not be that into you or just not be comfortable around you right now. Either way, at least you'll know. Shoulder rolls or shrugs. We need all of the help we can get when it comes to deciphering what our crushes want or feel. Do they like us? Do they notice us? Why haven't they made a move? Should I make a move? These, among thousands of others, are the questions that roll around in our heads every time we have a crush. We pay attention to every move they make. Are they moving closer to us? Do they tend to back away? Was that touch unconscious? Or are they doing it on purpose? It's a very precarious cat and mouse game, but this one body signal could change all of that. It could quite literally take the guesswork out of trying to determine if your feelings are reciprocated, and it's probably the last thing you would ever think. Next time you're wondering if your crush likes you, make sure you check out their shoulders. Shoulders are actually a very expressive part of the body. Because of their shape, they are able to make a lot of motions. They can shrug, lift, roll, and do lots more. Because of this range of motion, they can convey emotions. The rolling of the shoulders is typically a flirtatious act. Mirroring actions. They say that imitation is the highest form of flattery. We think whoever said that has never been copied. It can be one of the most annoying things to have someone copying you. People mirroring you and following every move that you make is typically seen as a bad thing. You just want to get away from them. But when it comes to your crush, a little imitation could go a long way. Anthropologists have determined that couples tend to copy each other. The mirroring of actions is called isopraxism. Iso is Greek for same and praxism means behavior. Couples tend to copy each other unconsciously as they fall in love. This isn't only seen in humans. A female mallard hen will swim close to her crush and bob her head under the water until he copies her. They both continue doing this until they mate. They do this to show each other that they aren't threatening. Now, we aren't saying that you should go around copying everything that your crush does. That could get annoying. But if you notice that he's unconsciously doing some of the exact same things that you are, there might be something behind it. Bobbing Adam's apple. We've all gone bobbing for apples. As children, people would set up a big tub, fill it with water, and throw some apples in there. The game involved being blindfolded and plunging your mouth in the apple soup to try to find the apples. Well, this is completely different from that. We're talking about bobbing in a different manner. As you know, men have Adam's apples. But what you didn't know is that this simple part of them could make a big difference in telling you whether they like you or not. Men can't really control their Adam's apples, so they have no say in this one telltale sign that they like you. When a man is nervous, his Adam's apple will bob up and down. Nerves can be a sure sign that someone is attracted to you. Just think about it. Aren't you nervous around your crush? Don't your palms get a little sweaty and your knees get a little weak? Ours sure do. So if you are subject to nerves around your crush, odds are they feel the same thing around you if they like you back. So don't count out the Adam's apple when you're searching for clues to their feelings. Open arms. Deciphering body language doesn't have to be hard. Some things you just know. We have been social creatures since birth. As soon as you are born, you start interacting with others. As you grow up, you are encouraged to continue interacting with those around you and to make a conscious effort to be social. So the odds are that in some of that social time, you have found a way to determine whether people like being around you or not. You have probably discovered that certain body language clues mean that people don't want to be bothered with you, while others could mean that they want to be around you more. It's no different when it comes to your crush. What do you think constantly crossed arms mean? Unless it's freezing in every room that you are in together, they probably mean that this person is not open to anything with you. They are physically closing themselves off from you to unconsciously relay their disinterest. Now, on the other hand, if a person is constantly facing you and angling their body towards you, that can only be a good sign. An open body positioning could mean that this person wants you to come closer. We would still suggest asking first. Eye contact. Now, we know some people are shy. There's no way to get around that. People are different. Everyone won't be the life of the party. That's completely fine. But when you happen to have a crush on one of the people that exhibit this trait, it can get a little tricky. You may think they aren't talking to you because they don't like you. You may think they're avoiding you because they aren't into you, when in reality, it's just because they are shy. But one way to get around this roadblock is to pay close attention to how they are when they are actually around you. Are they angling their body towards you or doing any of the other things that we've mentioned? Most importantly, are they making eye contact? Prolonged eye contact can be a sure sign that your crush is crushing on you back. Now, you may be wondering how much eye contact you guys will even make if your crush is shy. The beautiful thing is, even a shy person is no match for a crush. If they like you, they'll make eye contact. If they really like you, they will hold your gaze whenever possible. Looking at your eyes and lips. It's always a good thing when your crush is looking at you. Well, maybe not if you've been doing something completely embarrassing or if you have something on your face. But in most instances, having your crush stare at you is a good sign. It means that there could be a mutual attraction. Maybe he likes what he sees. But let's take it one step further. Looks can tell you more than you think. If you start catching him looking at you in your eyes or staring at your mouth, it could mean that he wants a romantic relationship with you. More than that, staring at someone's someone's mouth could mean that they are interested in what they have to say and actually care about them. Either way, if he looks at your eyes and lips, it's a good thing. So don't fret. If you don't believe us, try it yourself. The next time you are around your crush, try to be conscious of where you are looking. Are you looking at their eyes and mouth more than you do with any other person? That's not a bad thing. It just means that you have a crush on them. If you use this barometer, you should definitely be able to see if they like you back. That's it for 10 body language signs that mean your crush likes you. Do you have any more surefire signs? Tell us in the comments below.